the 2009 specials saw the departure of David Tennant as the 10th Doctor. And there's some of his best episodes, and there's some of the best episodes the series has ever done. But I've said that for how many seasons in the past? At least 3 of them. Definitely not Series 2, but at least possibly 3 of them. And it's a collection of 5 episodes. Concludes the 2008 and 2009 Christmas specials. The Easter special, Planet of the Dead, and since it was in November, I'm going to say Thanksgiving special, Water of Mars. And, yeah, they're all, like, really good episodes. If you're a Doctor Who fan and you like David Tennant, watch them. and I think you'd like them. There's only one episode I consider meh out of this entire thing, and we'll get into that. But it starts off with the 2008 Christmas special, Next Doctor, and it's when the Doctor's in Victorian London during Christmas. The Cybermen are here, and he's trying to stop them, and then he meets this other Doctor, who he thinks is a future incarnation, but it's with his companion Rosita, but it's really not a future incarnation. It's actually Jackson Lake, who had the Doctor's memories implanted into him, and his wife was killed. And he's really smart. He thinks he's the Doctor. He does heroic things. He's got his own balloon TARDIS. Rosita is a nice character, and the Cybermen, they make this big cyber robot. I think it was called the Cyber King. And they're led by Miss Hartigan, played by Dervia Kerwin. And it's nice Christmas fun. If you really enjoy it, I like David Morrissey of Walking Dead fame. This was his beginning, and I actually didn't know he was in. I didn't know who he was until I saw him in Walking Dead, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, it's definitely a good episode, and I would definitely recommend watching it. Then the next episode is Planet of the Dead, which is the Easter special, and it's the one where the Doctor teams up with the Jewel Thief, and they go to the planet of the Stingrays. I mean, it's okay. There's the specials; they're not bad, but this is definitely the worst of the specials and my least favorite of them all. But it's still pretty good. And the Doctor he's just trying to find out what this planet wormhole, like these stingray creatures, trying to get through. And he meets Lady Christina, and she's played by Michelle Ryan. And they all transported to the Planet of the Dead on the bus, and they have to call the what's his name? They have to call Unit, and the guy helps them. And it's all fine and dandy. And Unit's pretty interesting in this episode, and I would definitely recommend watching it. But it's my least favorite of the specials, so take with that as you will. Now, the next episode, which is technically the Thanksgiving special, because it aired in November, even though they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in England. I don't know. And it is The Water of Mars. The Water of Mars is one of the scariest episodes that the show's ever done. And I mean that wholeheartedly. One of the scariest episodes. I'm, honestly surprised that they made this. So basically, it features the Doctor visiting a station on Mars called I don't remember, but I'll find out. And they're led by this captain. Her name is Adelaide Brooke, played by Lindsay Duncan of Alice in Wonderland fame and other things. And there's this water supply, and it's contaminated with a virus. And the water is turning the crew into turning all the people on the station into these water zombies. And these things look horrifying. I'm honestly terrified by these things. I can't believe they go this scary with something on this show. It's great. I don't know what to say about it, other than it's great. The ending features the Doctor going all out nuts because he's just breaking almost every law of time to stop this, and he gets in trouble because of the last episode where in Planet of the Dead they got the prediction of you will fall when he knocks 4 times and then Russell T Davies and Julie Gardner described Planet of the Dead as actually the last episode where the Doctor had fun. and the Doctor gets to have fun, and I totally just went in a full circle around back to Water of Mars. But yeah, it's like horrible. They escape in the TARDIS, and everybody's saved except for the contaminated people. But Captain Brooke kills herself because she wants to make sure she pays for her crime, pay for what she did, or make sure history is saved or something. I don't remember. And then, yeah, really great episode. I think it's the best of the specials, to be honest. The next two episodes are pretty good. Now, Russell T Davies and David Tennant go all out on their final episode. And they bring back all the great crew. Euros Lynn comes back. Wait. Euros Lynn comes back to direct this Christmas special after directing some of the best episodes in the last couple series. And The End of Time is one of the best stories. It's not the best regeneration story ever made, but it's up there. It's up on K's Rangers Omni level regeneration story. And it features the Doctor. He visits this Ood on a planet about that the Master's coming back, and he gets resurrected by this cult, and Lucy Saxon from Series 3 comes back to try and kill him, and it doesn't work. And the Master becomes this weird, like, cannibal person, and he's, like, ripping himself apart. The Doctor's trying to stop him. And then Wilf comes back. He's the 10th Doctor's final companion, and he does a fantastic job with the role. I mean, it's Wilf. If you don't like Wilf, then you don't feel emotion. Really, it's that simple. And yeah, the Master the Master gets some help, and they go to the John Jones house. Funny Joe. And the Master uses this special device to rewrite everybody's DNA to become just like him. But everybody but Donna, the Doctor, and Wolf are protected from this. And it's great. And the end of the episode reveals that the Time Lords are coming back for the first time since, I think, 5 Doctors that they were last appeared in. And the Master's played by Timothy Dalton, who played James Bond in, I think, 2 Bond films. I'm not sure. He was the one right before Pierce Brosnan. And that's how part 1 ends. Part 2 begins with they're rescued. The Doctor and Wolf are rescued by these aliens. I don't even know. And they're working undercover with John Jones. I don't remember what his actual name was, so I'm just going to call him John Jones because he's David Harrowby. And they're transported to a spaceship above Earth. And the Doctor trying to stop the Master as best as he can. And him and Wolf have some emotional moments with Wolf telling the Doctor to take the gun because you might need it. You might need to protect yourself. And it's all good. And then the Doctor has a choice. He has to choose between killing the Master or killing Gallif or killing the Rassilon to stop the Time War. He doesn't want the Time War to come back. He thinks Gallifrey should stay gone. And yeah, that's basically all that is. And when the Doctor does decide to shoot, he doesn't shoot either of them. He shoots the gate and he sends Gallifrey back. The Master uses all his remaining energy to stop Rassilon as revenge for putting the drum beat in his head, and it all seems well. And then Wolf 4 times, and the Doctor's like, "This is the time I die." When I have to admit, he throws a little bit of a crybaby fit here at first, where he's like, "I don't want to save Wolf, I want to live," but he ends up doing the right thing in the end. He saves Wolf. He absorbs the radiation, and he regenerates for the technically second time with this regeneration, with this incarnation. After he comes back, he brings Wolf home, and then he goes on this farewell trip to visit all his past companions, like Captain Jack and Martha and Mickey, and so the granddaughter of the woman from Human Nature and Family of Blood, and Rose, and he visits Donna on her second wedding. Wilf does the tearful salute goodbye. It's really sad, and he visits Rose in 2005, a couple months before she meets him as the Ninth Doctor, and it's really emotional. Some of it's kind of, I feel like the scene with the Human Nature, the Family of Blood two-parter lady, shouldn't have been in there. It's a little too much. And then the Doctor is like having trouble getting back to the TARDIS to regenerate, and he is ready to. The Ood sing him a song, sing him to sleep, and then the Doctor says "I don't want to go. I don't want to go." I don't know how to say. I can't do it. And he regenerates violently, and there's the 10th Doctor goodbye. Hello, Matt Smith, who makes a brilliant introduction in his first scene as the 11th Doctor. And yeah, they're fantastic episodes. All in all, the specials are probably, like, if they weren't, they're not considered a season, but they'd probably be the best season ever made. And yeah, the future looks bright for the 11th Doctor. And hey, and yeah. Good job to David for a great 3 seasons. Russell and Julie, you did a great job. And now it's Moffat's turn. Moffat, Smith, and Gillian with Series 5, my favorite series. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. What the? Oh shit. And here I am with a shitty British accent. But I'm not everything I ever attacked. Hold on your horses! We're crashing into Series 5!